All right, fellas, we're back with another episode. I've been told I need to be a little bit more lively.
Who told you that?
The cause over there, just the man with the plan.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. They came up here at 9:30 to set up, and they didn't turn the mixer on, and he didn't know if he put the clip in.
I don't know. It was pretty turnkey when you sat down.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
you didn't have to wait too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, take
you
some,
think, you know, the way he parades around here, you know what I mean? He's even got an assistant now.
take some constructive
What is
criticism
that?
in stride, man.
Absolutely not. But anyway, no, I'm going to be a little bit more lively. We got some big news, you know, throughout our organization, some changes in a positive way. We'll get into detail, but not too much detail, as you know, there's still some stuff to come. But Mike Rivera, welcome back, bud. Alex Sherman, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
In this wonderful, what day is it? We'll call it Thursday morning,
Thursday morning.
right? You know, since
It's
I know we're
Wednesday.
recording early, but we drop it Thursday, 9:15. That's what we do. So this weekend, let's talk about this week. What do we got going on? We got our youth camp. Second week of the youth camp. There's like 55 little dudes out there, and you guys you're putting a show on out there. How's it going?
It's been going good. It's been a handful. You know, they have so much energy, and it never ends. They go and go and go. It's 2 hours on ice, an hour off ice, and like they're running the entire time during off ice, and they're still going. I don't know how they do it.
Parents gotta love it.
Oh yeah, they're going to bed early.
You know, they're learning stuff. It's paid daycare type thing. They're learning some skills. You know, they're doing a lot of good things. You know, I don't mean that in a bad way, but
Yeah.
by the time they're done at noon, 12:30, they're done.
Yeah, they're gassed.
Oh yeah. No, there's some tired kids out there. That second session today was a little bit. They were gassed.
They were beside themselves.
Yeah.
They were.
And you see it every morning, right? Like the kids get here, 7:45, 8 o'clock, they get dropped off. Everyone's kind of dragging. You know, it's a little bit more quiet out there. Ice time comes, picking it up a little bit, but by the time they're taking off their gear, getting ready for dryland, lights out.
Yeah.
Kids are on fire.
They're on fire.
Oh yeah. Just buzzing around.
And my daughter helped out week one for a couple days, and there was one little dude she was helping, and he was chirping her the entire time. It was comical.
I'm sure she deserved it.
I'm sure she did too, but I don't know, the kid was probably 6 or 7 years old, and he was chirping her pretty good, and she had to take it, because you can't necessarily chirp a little dude,
I mean,
I beg to differ.
but not the way she chirps.
That's fair.
I don't think she can turn it on or like turn it down, not off, but turn it down.
Yeah.
It's either
It's
100% or nothing,
That's fair. It's right for the jugular.
right? But yeah, so she'll be back tomorrow to help.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna need her because we lost 2 guys for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
But it's been good, man. There's a lot of positive feedback. You guys are doing a great job, and we got a lot of the high school kids or younger or older kids in our youth program helping out, which is huge.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job because it was, like at the end of the day, you got 50 kids on the ice running around. You know what I mean? Like we have it structured. Trim did a great job setting everything up, but we need help wrangling them in. We might need to have a conversation with our 8U coaches. There's a couple timeouts today.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right on.
So
The kids are getting comfortable when kids are in timeout.
that's right. And then I look over on the bench because I put them in timeout and I had them. I said, and they were talking. So I'm like, hey, you're in like no talking. When you ready to listen, you can come back. I turn back around and they're like this, playing rock paper. I'm like, dude.
Well, you never said that. You know what I mean? No talking.
I know. That's what I
That's
mean.
comical. That's awesome. I thought, my generation was pretty witty. With these kids today, man,
Something else.
if they give them an inch, they take 10 miles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's awesome. That's good, though. That's what you want, man. Especially in hockey, man, you're trying to play with the edge and you're trying to play with, the step ahead of the next kid, and they're finding ways, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah. It's
Been
fun.
good so far. A lot of
far.
positive feedback, and we set an expectation of what we wanted for youth camp, and we certainly surpassed it. And that's great. Just it says a lot of volume with the coaches that we have on the ice, what you guys are doing with them, and the kids are loving hockey, man. COVID, was tough after COVID the first couple of years, but now the numbers are coming back. There's a lot more interest and a lot more, we have teams from all the way from 6U all the way up to 16U. And it's not like we're cherry picking kids to fill spots. It's like we have rosters now.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's the youth camp that we do. It helps with that. Our El Paso Hockey League, you know what I mean? The kids love that. $1 hot dogs, $1 hot chocolate. We got the big screen
We have
on.
hot dogs right now.
Yeah, I'm sure I can get you a wiener for $1.
Yeah, I can do that.
You know what I mean?
We might need to bust them out Thursday.
Yeah. I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
See what we can come up with maybe.
Get the hot dogs and the hot chocolates going.
Yeah, man.
Dude, kids are going to love that.
Well, we got the ice
I'm
cream
gonna love
machine
that.
down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
sure
that
that's
thing's
on, yeah.
buzzing right now.
Buzz. But no, it's everything goes hand in hand, and it starts honestly with the junior teams. If the junior teams do well, everything else does well because it's just so contagious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been great. Like fan support for junior guys, it's awesome. But just with the registrations and whatnot with the youth is coming around, and it's getting better. We got coaches for every division now, which is awesome. Parents that are vested in it, it's been great.
That's huge. I mean, youth hockey's everything. Honestly, it's
It
the
is.
foundation. So,
And I'm from a big city. I know, Sherman, you are. Mike, you born and raised here, and like in where I'm from in Calgary, like when I was playing AAA hockey, there was 500 kids trying out for one team.
Oh yeah.
And there was 4 AAA teams in the city. And, obviously we don't have those numbers here.
no.
But it's, you just adapt and you accommodate and make it work.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the Southwest, man. It's, we got Odessa's the same boat, Amarillo, New Mexico, Tucson, Phoenix obviously bigger, but Tucson piggybacks off us a little bit. And we all work together.
Yeah. Running youth hockey in a small market's a challenge, and you got to get creative with it, and you got to find new ways to get players involved. But once you figure it out, and you get like this wave of good players, like
Yeah.
you said, it's contagious, and then the age groups underneath that will follow. Like Cameron's birth years,
Yeah.
like and up a little bit, right? Like in that time frame, like the late '90s, early 2000 birth years, that was a really good group of youth
Yeah.
kids that came through here.
Oh, 100%. We had, probably 5 or 6 guys that legitimately played on the NA3 team.
Yeah.
And, well, more than that, and the teams we were winning national championships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, we're getting back to that this year. Potentially there's going to be possibly 2 or 3 local kids on the NA3 team, which is great.
Yeah.
It says a lot what's going on. And it's even better that kids want to play, that grow up here, that want to stay in El Paso and play for the Rhinos. What the players do after every home game, skating with the fans, win or lose. They're out there skating with the fans, signing autographs, going to schools, just helping out. It's and I know you guys have dealt with it. When I was growing up, we had junior guys coaching, and you look up to them and oh my God.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's kind of now it's your turn to give back,
Yeah.
right? Because we've all gone through it. We've all witnessed it. I'm sure it's like that in every sport, but I can only attest to hockey.
Yeah, I think, maybe like high school football will be the most comparable thing because of the amount of fans in the stands. But I think the junior hockey specifically, especially here, is very different where it's a full-blown pro production here. And so these youth kids look up to these guys like professionals because of, look at what they get to go through and the experience they have for home games, right? And that's the carrot that's dangled in front of them and what they want. And that's what makes it cool.
No, it is. It's cool. It's cool for sure. Now, leading into this coming weekend, we're off again to Phoenix, Mesa, Arizona, running a free agent camp over there. I'm not going to say up there, but over there. 110 degrees last time I checked.
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. I thought they said it was going to be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
It's going to be a nice, cool day.
Yeah.
And we get to be in the rink all day. So
Yeah, no, which is good, right?
Yeah.
We'll still come out at night, and it'll be 107.
of course. Better than 110.
I guess it is, right? No, but it'll be good. So we got free agent camp up there. Let's talk about that a little bit. Starts Friday.
Yeah, it's a small group, which was pretty intentional. We got kids from kind of all over the Southwest, Colorado, Texas, coming in.
A couple local kids making the trip.
Couple local kids going over as well. We're really excited about it. We really want to tap into the Southwest. I mean, there's not a lot of teams that are doing it, and I think there's a lot of talent. So doing this for the first time this year, hopefully it builds something for future years for sure.
the market in Phoenix, I'm going to date. It's been growing and growing and growing, and they're starting to produce a lot of good players. We're not going to talk about Matthews because he's not good. What?
Name another.
What? Austin Matthews. You remind me of him with your mustache, dude. You know what I mean?
No, he's trying to be like
that
me.
as a
He's trying to like
compliment.
you. You are older.
I'm older
right?
than he is.
So he's trying to be like
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give him that then. Because you're a pretty cool dude.
I'm all right.
It's a shame there's not an NHL team there because I'll tell you what, if the Phoenix Coyotes didn't exist, there probably is no Austin Matthews, and that's a first overall draft pick.
Yeah. Right. There's got to be more there just because it's so populated. There's so
sure
many
there is.
tools there to get better.
Oh, they don't have enough ice there.
And we try to get in, right, with our camp that's going on there this weekend, and we're in Mesa, Arizona, and we're excited about that, but it was hard to find ice.
Yeah.
And that's the summertime.
Yeah.
People are traveling, vacations, players are taking timeouts and trying something a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
And I can imagine what it's like in the wintertime.
It's crazy. I mean, they have an NCAA Division I program there now, right? Like that is a very difficult thing to do in a non-traditional market.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
No, and that barn is. Have you been in that rink?
I haven't yet.
No,
Man, that's something I'd like to see.
for sure.
That's nicer than some. Well, it's definitely nicer than Flames.
We could probably pop in there this weekend,
Maybe.
make a pit stop,
Yeah.
call Greg Powers, see if he can give
Say
us a
what's
tour.
up, dude.
Give us
Say,
a tour.
Grego.
Yeah.
I was in Calgary last week, and I went into the Saddle Dome. Speaking about locker rooms and rinks, the Saddle Dome is a dump. And I'm from there, obviously, but it is a dump. Like we went in there, and I was just I'm like, this isn't NHL. I know it's old. They're building a new one.
Yeah, I thought
But,
they were building a new one.
but it's like, I wouldn't want to play here. You know what I mean? Like, NHL, you can't get any higher. And the locker room, I didn't go in the locker room, but the facility is so outdated. So outdated.
They got 3 teams playing out of there.
Yeah, they do.
Hitman, the AHL, what's the AHL team called?
I don't even know.
And then the NHL team.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
They're
it's-
getting a new building, though.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
But it's, it's well due. And they're supposed to be making it like Edmonton. So that, that's state of the art, right? Obviously, whenever you build it, it is. But, it's long overdue. But you understand, like when players go to Canada and they play in the market, they make American dollars. But still, like when I went back to Canada, I'm not knocking Canada. I'm Canadian, But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if I'd move back.
I wouldn't play in a Canadian market if given the option, right?
Yeah,
Given the option.
Given the option.
Yeah, given the option.
That's not an option that I have
Right.
that would be,
Which leads back to, we talked a little bit before, but like McDavid. What is he going to do? Next year's a big one.
If they don't do it, I think he goes.
Like
Unless
there's-
I don't know.
he's gone.
Man, that's going to freaking.
He's gone.
Wow.
See you later.
Yeah. Like,
Edmonton lost the 2 greatest hockey players of all time.
yeah, man. And I was around when Gretzky packed it in and moved to LA. It was devastating
I'm sure.
for not just Edmonton, but for Canada.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't happening.
If that doesn't happen, do you think hockey grows in the Southwest quick as it did?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Change the
think so,
course
yeah.
of history, really, by him moving down.
Yeah. Oh, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were. Yeah, Gretzky for sure did.
You know what I mean? Like, everything changed after that.
Oh yeah, big time. Now, would it be the same impact somewhere? Depending on where McDavid went. Say he went to Phoenix. That's not going to happen. But say he did there, does that change the landscape there? I would think it would.
I mean, yeah, I think if you move him to any small market, you are immediately sold out, or it's called a non-traditional market.
Right.
You're immediately sold out for season tickets for the year. I think it's like a guarantee
Mhm.
anywhere he goes.
Like look at Nashville when they first started,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some big time guys that went through there, and now it's freaking the destination. I'd play,
I'd live in Nashville in a heartbeat.
like
Mhm.
it's like what blows me away is Winnipeg. Like they've been good the last few years. They can't figure it out in the playoffs, but they sell out all the time. But have you ever been to Winnipeg?
It's like 15,000 seats, though, isn't it? It's a
Yeah, it's
small
small.
sim.
But all the NHL rinks are small. You don't get much more than 20.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't live in Winnipeg. I'll tell you that.
That's what everybody says. Never been.
It's cold. It's desolate. It's whatever. It is what it is. But again, is it an option? If you don't have any options, you'll play anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason Brad Marchand re-signed, other than the fact that they're winning, that he re-signs in Sunrise, Florida. Who doesn't want to live in Florida and play in the NHL? Like, that's
Well, there's no tax
Yeah,
there.
there's
There's no state tax, right?
Yeah.
no
You know, that's
state
a big one.
tax. It's beautiful. Like, it's
Can't beat. I mean,
you're good. The only way a non-traditional market like that doesn't make sense is if the team's terrible.
Sure.
That's it.
Now, what's going to happen to Tampa? Like, some of those guys are getting old now. Kucherov, he's going to be done in the next probably 3 to 5 years.
Done playing? No. He's young.
How old is he? He's got to be 30.
no, he's up there, isn't
Yeah.
Isn't he an early 2000 birth year?
Kucherov?
he? No.
Yeah, man. Or like a late
Google
90.
it. Put it in the Googler.
What are you saying? How old do you think he is?
I think he's 33. 33 to 35.
34. Yeah.
I don't think he's 33 yet.
Well,
I might be wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know, but,
We will certainly
I guess it
find out.
depends how long he was in the KHL because he's 32.
okay, so
Isn't it?
like I said,
I said he's not 33 yet.
he's got about another 5 years to go. So what
When's his
happens?
birthday?
What happens when he's done?
I don't know. They're gonna have to.
I don't know. It's what happens in the market. I don't know.
I mean, with the salary cap going up in the next couple of years too, maybe that helps them. I don't know.
Alain Brisebois is a damn near genius with the way that he's structured everything there. So
Yeah, you can't argue the history, right?
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting for sure what pans out. But I think we got a little off topic. I don't even know where we're at.
Yeah,
So we're talking about Phoenix camp and Austin Matthews. I just think it took off. But anyway, we're Phoenix. It'll be good. Smaller camp, kind of like our futures we did here. Much more personable. Coaches will be on the ice actually instructing the entire time, which is going to be great. And, there's a lot of positive feedbacks for that. There's some talent there. We're looking to bring probably 3 to 5 guys back to our training camp here in mid-August, which will be great. And that's the plan anyway.
yeah, throw him in the back of the truck. Just bring him back.
Yeah, man. Hop in. It's not that hot out.
Pick him up.
Pick him up. Maybe we can pick Cos up. We're going to go to In-N-Out Burger. You want one? Yeah, you're going to have to drive, man. Kentucky. What are you going to Kentucky for? What are you doing there? Just hanging out in Kentucky? You know what they do in Kentucky? No, I don't know either. I can't say it on the air. I'm just picking on you. I'm picking on you because you told me to be a little bit more lively, so I'm going to be. Promise you. And the only way I can do that is chirp a little bit.
There you go.
Then Phoenix. Then we got some news in the old organization. Mike, we'll start with actually, Sherm, we'll start with you. You've obviously, you've been part of the organization as a player.
Yep.
Then you went to college. You moved away. You were on our scouting staff. Then you came in as an assistant coach with the NA3. Correct me if I'm wrong at any point. Right? So you came in as an assistant coach as the NA3. And then probably within 3 months,
Yeah, about that.
maybe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you became the head coach.
Yep.
And probably within 5 months, give or take, somewhere in there,
Yep.
became the assistant coach for the NA team.
Yep.
And you did it for a full season.
Yep.
And we've obviously had a lot of change within the organization, and I'm not going to get into details because it's not for anybody really outside of us. We made some changes, and then we had conversations about you specifically, thinking it would be the best for the organization and yourself. Now you're the head coach of the NA3 team again.
Yep. I have more business cards in this
Oh, good.
organization
See, we're
than
gonna
anyone
see-
else. That is for
Exactly,
sure.
right? So we're super excited for that. We've had conversations about that, and I'm not going to get into too much detail and you guys know why of that. But it's so exciting what's going on with the NA3 team.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably more excited for that than the NA team. Just, they go hand in hand, obviously, but
Thanks.
I want to see, just because honestly, in the last 3 years, we haven't had any stagnant or any stability.
Yeah.
And that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah.
And with the instability, and I'll take the blame for that, and it's hard to win.
Yeah.
And it's hard to retain.
Yeah.
And, with what we got going on now, I'm pretty excited.
I'm-
I know you are too, Mikey, and I
I'm-
know
I'm
you
fired- I'm
are.
fired
And
up.
there's another person too that's super pumped about
yeah.
this whole thing too.
100%.
So it's going to be great. I can't wait. And some of the guys that are coming in,
Oh,
yeah, you know, if
I don't want to jinx it, but
no, and we don't. But I think it's just the tip of the iceberg back to the old days where we used to be when we're hanging banners. And I'm not saying we're going to win a banner this year, but we got to start.
Yeah.
And you know, to start, there's going to be some growing pains.
100%.
And I think we all feel that to a certain degree. And, it's, history's history. We're not going to look back, but moving forward, man, it's bright with the NA3.
Absolutely. I'm fired up. It's exciting. I wasn't expecting, the opportunity when we talked, and hit the ground running. Let's go. Let's do it.
And you've obviously been a huge part of the organization since, well, really day one.
Day one.
You know what I mean? And it takes a special kind of person to be here. I believe that wholeheartedly as a staff member, especially with the organization, just because of the expectations, right? Like,
Absolutely.
you see, it's intimidating when you come out there and you see all the banners back in the Western States League. You guys were both part of it, right? It's huge. And we're going to get back to that way, the old Rhino way, and somehow we kind of got off track, but we're back on, man.
Yeah, pressure's a privilege, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything I'd rather be doing, right?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we all talk about summer. Summer sucks.
It sucks.
And it does. I'm not going to lie to anybody.
Confirmed.
You know what I mean? Like, being able to recruit at the levels that, not just our organization, but any junior level that does it properly, it's a grind.
It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day almost,
Yeah.
that you have to be able to be on the phone and answer an email, answer a text message, because if you don't, someone else will.
Not calling a kid back, not emailing a kid, not talking to a kid. It doesn't matter who or what level they're still a human.
Yes.
And they deserve the same treatment to a degree, right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes you just don't know who you're talking to. And
Yeah.
the one that you don't show the interest could be the one that bites in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's what it is, man. But it's going to be good. Summertime is almost over.
Almost.
You know what I
Very
mean?
close.
And guys are going to report September 2nd, I think, is what
Yeah.
what we got on the docket, if you will.
Yep.
First regular season game is September 18th, I believe. 18th to 19th. Pardon me, first home game. Home game, not first regular season. First home game is September.
No, we're on the road.
No, first home game is, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you're on the road before that.
We're on the road for Brahma's first. Well, I don't even remember.
I don't know what
I
it is.
couldn't tell you.
Brahma's,
I
know we
would
played the
know. I
Brahmas
think I would
first
know that
at-
since I
at
did the
Brahmas.
schedule.
Yeah, for the whole division. So
And the NA, but I'm not doing the NA schedule for the whole division.
no.
But man, anyway, I just got off a call.
CRC, baby.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. Really am.
Yeah.
You get to see some different stuff and certainly learn. Learn from it. That's the biggest thing. Get to know a little bit more than the next Joe Blow, but it's good. Busy, but good. Now, the NA, Mikey. We just got back from Chicago a couple weeks ago. Big camp,
Mhm.
a lot of talent. Now we're in the process of the invites to main camp, or training camp, I should say.
Mhm.
And that's been going well. A lot of the guys that we wanted to come are coming, which is huge.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I mean, you get everybody to main camp. That's like the big recruiting for the summer, and then from there you have to make decisions, obviously, to who moves on to training camp. But along the way between main camp and training camp, a lot of things change, and especially with our main camp being one of the earlier ones, and potentially our training camp being one of the later ones, probably on par. But either way, with the main camp being early enough, you have this big gap. You have well over a month, 6 to 8 weeks almost of time in between. And because of that, things do change. Guys get other opportunities if they're not protected. Other players that were maybe protected somewhere else start to slip through the cracks, and your phone doesn't stop ringing of guys looking for opportunities. And so because of that, you continue to recruit not just the guys who you're trying to bring to training camp because they're getting phone calls if they're not protected, but you're also have to have your ear to the ground and listen for any good opportunities that come up with other players, because ultimately it's about trying to put the best team on the ice, and it's a business. And so we are going through that process right now and trying to build the training camp roster. It's going to be a bigger roster. And one of the things that I'm excited about is obviously you have your bulk of guys that are going to be trying to make the NA team and trying to stick and trying to stay here. And then I also really like what we're doing this year about bringing in some of the NA3 guys, the higher end NA3 guys that, maybe are on the bubble. Maybe they're kind of close to making the North American League.
Yeah.
And to bring them through for the experience of training camp and let them get their feet wet there. Also, the APs that we're bringing in to training camp, guys that are going to be playing either prep school or midget hockey this year, they're going to get an opportunity to go through our training camp and get exposure to not just our facilities, but our coaching style, scrimmages against obviously higher end junior talent.
Yeah.
And so it's almost in a way a combination of a training camp and a developmental camp like they do in the NHL. And so I think that kind of hybrid version, it's going to be a week long. It's going to be really entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. It's probably the most excited I've been for a camp. And there's going to be some tough decisions along the way.
100%. August, September, for both teams, it's really exciting, with guys coming in and, you wait all summer. You don't wait all. Towards the end of the season, regular season, playoffs, it's when it's over, you're like, oh, man, you can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. And I need a break kind of thing of that grind. Because it's different than summer. And then summer hits, you're just, not necessarily looking forward to the summer, but you're okay with the season being over.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to choose my words wisely. And then, as summer kind of rolls around, you get the hype again, man. Frickin', we're 2 weeks away, we're 3 weeks away, we're whatever away. You start to get that momentum, the excitement going, and before you know it, it's, August 19th or 17th where players are checking in, and then it's September 2nd when the NA3 is coming in, and, it's just summer's all forgotten.
And the next thing you know, it's Christmas, and it's just...
Yeah, you're at the showcase in September, you're at the showcase in December, and, it's just a continuation. I get questions all the time. Man, so summertime must be nice, huh? No, man. No. It's.
No.
I'd rather the winter be here.
Yeah.
The season be going on than the summer. But it is what it is, man.
It's a totally different kind of grind.
Yeah.
During the season, like the grind is more, I would classify it as more like emotionally wearing, because there's a lot of highs and lows, and you have a lot of face-to-face time with players, and you're expending a lot of your energy. Like, I mean, you got to be at the peak energy when you go run a practice for 2 hours, whatever it is, right? And then you have hours on the front end of that, hours on the back end of that of dealing with player personnel. And during the summer, it's completely different. You're using some emotional energy, but a lot of it's on the phone. You're more by yourself. There's less face-to-face with players. And so it's two different kinds of grinds. But like you said, when the season's coming to an end, you're like, all right, this is, I'm ready for something different. And then when you're at this point of the summer, you're like, okay, I'm ready to get back on this and get after it. Like, I'm tired of being on the phone with kids. Like, now let's put your money where your mouth is. All right, and let's see if you can actually do this.
And fans are super, super pumped already, the All-Star game's coming up, and it'll be free for everybody, and it'll be a lot of fun. So appreciate you guys jumping on. We'll touch base again, obviously, next week. We'll talk about the Phoenix camp and how that went and see how training camp's coming. But until then, fellas,
Awesome.
take care, comb your hair, keep your stick on the ice.